Well, good night, everybody. I must say, it's such an honor to be among such amazing and beautiful people. Almost 15 years ago, my parents and I took the long, grueling drive from Canada to Florida. It was long. And during that time on the drive, I was thinking to myself, what's this journey going to be like? Am I going to make it? Am I going to do well? Are they going to be impressed? Am I going to flop? I had no idea then that today something great like this would happen. I remember in the Mahoney residence, that's where we stayed as freshmen, we took a couple hours to unpack my things. Then towards the end, my parents had to get going on the ride back home. And I'll never forget, my father hugged me. He gave me one of those hugs where he tapped my back like this. And he said, "Go get him, Tab." And so at that time, I didn't know really what it meant, just go out there and do your best. I remember the first practice of that week. We were doing, it was a spring training, base training. And boy, the hardest workout of my life. And to be honest with you, as an athlete back in Canada, I was blessed that I didn't always have to train so hard to do well. So I got used to putting in a little bit of effort, but always doing well. And so when I came down to Miami and trained with these amazing, talented women, and we had amazing coaches, I said to myself, nah, I can't do this. And I cried that night, and I called my parents and I said, it was so hard. This is so hard. I'm not used to this. I don't know if I can do it. And that day, though, showed me that you don't just give up when things are hard, right? You get so used to doing well and winning, but when you get to the best of the best, you got to put the work in. And so from that practice, I promised myself that I'm not going to come in last in these runs. I'm not going to be the one with my hands on my knees gasping for air. And that was the beginning of something great for me. And from that day, I put in 100% effort and I worked as hard as I could. University of Miami is one of the reasons that make me who I am. I learned discipline here. I learned hard work. I learned camaraderie. I learned how to be amongst amazing people and to work together. And of course, it wasn't always easy and there was challenges, but I got through it. I must say I had great examples, Coach Deem, amazing women to look up to, Coach V, who was my coach at the time. I also had Coach Shumpert, who was also another great coach. And I must say, Coach Swayze, those 5 a.m. practices in the morning, I hated them. When I saw you in the morning time, I despised you. But I love you for pushing me past the limits. You've pushed me to limits that I never even thought I had. And I carry that into my life, into my career today. And so I appreciate you for that. What a great honor this is. What a great honor this is. To be very honest with you, so I never really share this story much. So I went to the Olympics in 2008. And so I did well, but I didn't do my best. So that was actually a great year for me. I mean, I had surgery in January, went on to still make the Canadian team for the Olympics, broke the Canadian record, went to the Olympics and did okay, but didn't do my best. However, after that, it showed me what I was capable of doing. And so my goal was to come back stronger than ever, come back in the next year and the following year and compete again in the London Olympics. However, in 2011, I got injured very badly. And so I tore all the ligaments in my ankle, I fractured my ankle and wasn't able to come back. And so, although I always had a plan B, so I did well in school, went back to school to get my master's degree and decided to start in the career world. However, everything happened so fast, never really got to sit down and say to myself, man, it would have been really great to go to another Olympics and really prove myself and show myself. So for a long time, I thought I let a lot of people down. And so I let myself down because I didn't get to go as far as I wanted to in track and field. So for a long time, I felt that I fell off and didn't really make such an impact, So when I got the call to be part of the induction, like all over again, I felt like something great again. It means that, yeah. Yeah. So it feels amazing that there was a group of people that felt that I made an impact and felt that I deserved to be here. And so that was a moment that showed me, no matter what happened, no matter the challenges, the disappointments, the failures that I felt, the disappointments that I felt, being inducted really makes me feel like I've done something awesome. And I'm just so thankful for being part of this amazing class and being part of this amazing tribe that's being inducted into 2019. So I thank you guys for being here and buying your tickets and coming here and showing us all love. You know, you're well appreciated. And yeah, thank you for having me. I hope my parents are proud. Hope they're proud of this moment. This is definitely all for them. I worked hard. I took in all their lessons. They drove to Canada to come see me compete. They called me every day to make sure that I was okay. And so I just want to thank my husband for being here. No matter what it was, he always said, Tabby, you got this. Every year when there was an induction, he said, Tabby, your year is coming soon. I feel it. I feel it, Tab. I feel it. So Dee, you were right. But anyways, thank you so much for having me. This is an amazing event, and hope to come back one of these to be able to introduce some other future inductees. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well deserved.